Welcome back, fellow humans of Earth, or whatever other being you are on whatever other planet you're on, to the inside of my car. And on this trip here that I have to take today, I'm going to make the best use of my time to film a video and discuss a very important topic that we need to dissect and really understand if we are to progress as a truth-seeking, understanding species. And that is this aliens or demons shtick. This meme that's been permeating through the collective consciousness. And this aliens are demons Psy-Op. Actually, I'm going to just call it a Psy-Op, because it's literally what it's looking to be, is really holding a lot of people back. So first I want to discuss my experience with looking at this aliens are demons Psy-Op on the internet. And I should just say, like, anytime I go live on a video or post a video, and then in the comment section underneath, because the comments that happen during a live stream don't show up underneath, so it's, not only do the comments live show it, comments underneath my videos show it, but this aliens are demons thing, I mean, it literally looks very reminiscent of the Flat Earth Psy-Op, in that it's intel agency created. Like, it literally looks like people are sitting in a CIA dungeon getting paid to spread comments during live streams and on comment sections of their videos and blog articles and stuff. It looks to be intel agency created, that's sweeping up a lot of well-meaning people with it, much like Flat Earth. A lot of aspects about this aliens or demons thing is very reminiscent of Flat Earth. Just when separating the two, I think the Flat Earth thing is really going for the left brainers, and the aliens or demons Psy-Op is going for the right brainers, the more religious background oriented people. But anyway, that's exactly what it's looking to be. The aliens or demons is an intel agency Psy-Op that's sweeping up a lot of well-meaning people with it, because the extraterrestrial issue is extremely unknown to a lot of people. People are very ignorant about this topic, and they're ignorant about it because they just haven't researched it. They haven't researched it because there's a lot of ridicule, of course, around the extraterrestrial subject, based upon media mind control programming, and also fear based upon mind control programming as well. Because think of 99% of all alien movies that have been released over the past 5 decades. They all show extraterrestrial species to be, blood-sucking or want to take over the Earth, or whatever the case is. Independence Day, Mars Attacks, Signs. Signs scared the shit out of me when I was little. But anyway, the alien ET phenomenon is very ignorant, or people are ignorant about it in their heads, just unfortunately. So they get swept up by this aliens or demons things, because not only are they ignorant about ET phenomenon, but they get caught up by so much religious dogma out there that they get fearful, and aliens or demons are fallen angels here to suck our blood. And it's unfortunately getting a lot of people with it. So now that I've talked about it looking like a Psy-Op and why it unfortunately grips so many people, I now want to discuss the actual aliens are demons thing. Let's talk about ET races and demonic phenomena. Because me, I talk a lot of politics, but I love to talk aliens too, right? Someone's got to bring it to the masses. So I'll help. I'll assist with that. But anyway, so aliens are demons. Of course, there's many ways to begin broaching this subject, but I guess the best way for me to say about this is that, yes, aliens or non-terrestrials can take the form of a demon-like figure, a shadowy, parasitical entity, per se, but extraterrestrials are also many other species, many other agendas, positive, nefarious, negative, benevolent, good, good, bad ones. There's many types. I mean, you cannot break the whole issue of non-terrestrials down into such a basic, superficial few words like aliens are demons. So yes, they can be, but they can also be light beings. They can be humanoid, much like you and I. They can be many different types of figures. There's reptilian kinds, there's grays, there's blues, there's, bird-like beings, there's lion beings, there's there's many more out there. And on that topic, they're not just bad. There are bad ones out there. Yes, they have their agendas that are negative in nature, but there are many positive ones out there as well, right? Duality doesn't end at our atmosphere, and all extraterrestrials aren't bad, and they're not all good, right? They're good and bad, because duality won't end at our atmosphere. It's required. It's required to create consciousness, good and bad. So, with that being said, we kind of deduce the aliens or demons things. No, they're not. They can be, but there's good and bad races out there. And what can also be said here is that there's also many, I don't want to go too far into this tangent, but many densities out there. So we, as a civilization now, the human species on this planet, we are in what some would say third density. Some say third dimension. I like density better. Won't get into that tangent here either. But we're in a third phase, third octave. Sometimes I like to think of it as an octave. Third stage in progression. Many non-terrestrial species, while they can show up in this density on this plane, they also exist on different planes. So there's positive and negative species that exist on fourth and fifth, right, astral levels. That's why some of these non-terrestrials can show up as demon-like shadowy figures, is because they're literally coming in from a metaphysical plane, or we could say not necessarily metaphysical, but a different resonance, and they're entering into this plane right here that we're existing on. So to us, we're trying to perceive things with our two eyes. We don't know how to perceive this being entering our frame of reference from a different phase, different density. So that's why they show up as demon-like or shadowy figures. But of course, I guess I can end this conversation with simply saying, I don't want to spread any fear porn. Like, yes, there's non-terrestrial entities out there. Actually, I take that back. There's another thing I want to touch on real quick, and then I'll end there. Really quick, I want to touch on why extraterrestrials have not shown themselves to us, because this will be, I'm sure, a question in a lot of people's heads. Okay, if there's good and bad species, and they've been here, and they're tampering with humanity and all that jazz, why haven't they shown themselves to us? And that's simply because of free will. As a collective, we have to invite some kind of contact to occur. And behind the scenes, there's been much manipulation, obviously, for thousands of years of negatively oriented species, reptilians, greys, archonic entities. But of course, there's been assistance from benevolence as well. You just look at all the hints they try to leave us, all the people's heads that you could say, people that get downloads of information to try and assist humanity with, Tesla, many others. The symbology that these extraterrestrials try to leave, the breadcrumbs they leave for us to try to pick up on in crop circles, but also the influence that these extraterrestrials has had in ancient society. So anyway, long subject, just want to throw that in. But lastly, do not fear. Don't fear this idea of aliens being demons, like, oh, there are bad species out there and on a messing with humans, because when you understand the strength of mind, simply the strength of mind, you can call in such a higher energy, a higher frequency, to not let any of these nefarious beings manipulate you with. Right? This is why, I don't want to say high vibe here like it's an empty, meaningless phrase, but you keep yourself loving. That doesn't mean you be a fucking doormat. No, you do no harm but take no shit. And that's why it's unfortunate in the New Age movement, a lot of people have been bending over and taking a lot of shit, which opens themselves up for entrance to these entities. But you keep yourself healthy. You keep yourself literally living high vibratory. You love self and thus love other. And by doing so, and keeping yourself strong, mentally strong, physically strong, you will not allow yourself to be opened up to negative entities, and then also allow the more positive ones to enter your existence, to enter your frame of reference, or contact you, literally. You have to invite that to occur. First, they normally start in dreams, then they open it up to more open contact. So anyway, that's basically what I wanted to discuss in this one. Fun car ride, fun car conversation, talking about friggin' aliens and this whole aliens or demons thing. And yes, they are, but no, they're not. And both the good and the bad ones are trying to get to you. So who are you going to let yourself be opened up to? That's it. Take care, guys.